Hello and welcome to Old Lady Plays. I'm Kate, the Old Lady, and this is the Historical Gaming Creator Showcase, Episode 1. And this is a project that I'm stealing from a friend of mine, Custard Prophet, who does some really interesting gaming on his channel with Football Manager and Tennis Manager and a couple of other games. So, really interesting fellow. By all means, do go and see what he does and see if you like it. Anyway, he's been doing for a couple of years a gig called the Creator Showcase in the Football Manager community, where he highlights a couple of creators and asks them questions about their channel and so on and so forth. Now, I wanted to do a simpler version of this, where basically I'm going to pick out these 6 creators, all of them with under 1,000 subs, and bring them to you so that you can see a little bit of their work and hopefully decide to sub to them, because I think they've all got potential. If they haven't got the technical chops already, then they're going to, and I think that there's some really good stuff in here. I hope you really enjoy it. Let's get into it. There I am, right in the middle, in the fire as always. Don't ask me why, I just like to be in the fire. It's just one of those things. Let's start off with Headwill War Games, who is a really interesting gamer, currently doing the War of the Triple Alliance, which is a game set in South America with a war between, let me see if I can remember this, Brazil, Argentina, and Paraguay, I believe it is. The War of the Triple Alliance, really interesting game from a Spanish designer. So I'm really looking forward to going back and watching that series. I've just discovered him, so I'm really looking forward to that. I hope you will enjoy it as well. Here's a taste.
Alright, the British did their sternway, and now it's the Americans that will have to do the strain check. Okay, they have a +1, -1. Well, that will actually be hard. +2, -1. So we need a 6. No, we failed. We still go forward anyways, but they receive.
Right, so that's Headwill War Games. Don't forget to subscribe. His details will be in the description below, as will all the others who are in this episode. Let's move on. Solo Board Gaming, somebody that I've come across some months ago and whose work I really enjoy. I've been watching him grow enormously. In the 6 months I've been watching, he's grown by about 500 subs to about 700 and something now. He's got an infectious energy, a real great enthusiasm for his games, and I think that really comes through when he's doing his work on YouTube. He's got fairly good production values, and I think you'll really enjoy his work. Here's a taste.
Once again to Solo Board Gaming presents ta-da! Waterloo Solitaire. It's another one of those book games from Worthington Publishing, and brilliantly designed by the team of Mike Wiley and Grant Wiley and Sean Cook. Exactly like the previous volume that I was greatly and pleasantly surprised by, Bismarck Solitaire, that we did a review of just a few weeks ago. And I've had great fun with that game. I thought, I wonder if they'll bring out another book game, because it's such a brilliant idea. And I never thought that the one that they would come up with would be Waterloo.
So that's Solo Board Gaming. I think that's called Solo Board Gaming. I don't know. They're all, like I said, linked in the description. Doing and has most recently been playing Fields of Fire and the Waterloo book game, which is really interesting. So do give them a look and subscribe. My third choice is Cataclysm Now. A really interesting, fairly new YouTuber. He's working with limited equipment, and his sound needs work, and I don't think that's a secret to him. But that's just something that'll come in time, and with better equipment and so on. So let's get some more subs in his box and see if we can help him get to a place where he can afford to do that, because it'd be nice. And there's also the encouragement when you're a small creator and you've got 500 subs or whatever. It really boosts you when you start getting a run up in subs, and it makes you want to improve. So I think that's a terrific impulse, and here is a little bit of Cataclysm now.
Hey there, everybody, it's Ryan from Cataclysm Now, and tonight we're going to take a dive into the basic rules for Panzer, the third printing. Now, when I first got it, at first glance, it seems impenetrable. We have a 68-page rule book. We have an additional rule book, or a playbook, I should say, that is about 30 pages, and then there's additional rule or optional rules for the 2020, the most recent printing. We have just first glance, look at all that information on the charts. It can be a bit mind-boggling. But once I dove down into the rules, I realized that there is a bare-bones skeleton that's actually really digestible. Most of this information on these charts you're not going to use for the basic game. And then from there, you can add on the different modules or additional rules, as you say.
So that was Cataclysm Now, who's recently been playing a series of ACW games, American Civil War, which has been really interesting. He's done some unboxings recently as well, and they learn how to play, which is what we just saw bits of. So, very interesting creator. I hope you'll enjoy him. Next up is Stiegler. Here's his name on the screen, and he has most recently done a tutorial for Flat Top, which is a game from the 70s, and I have much respect for this because I have just done a tutorial for a game from the 70s. So it's fun to see somebody else is doing the same thing and doing a good job of it too. Here's a bit of Stiegler's work.
Welcome, everybody, back to another episode of Stiegler for the Details. My name is Alan Dickerson, known in some wargaming circles as Stiegler, and today we're going to be continuing on with our tutorial series on Flat Top, the classic S. Craig Taylor design from the 70s. And for this episode, we're going to talk about anchoring and amphibious operations. So, first thing is, in a game of maneuver and stealth and sea operations, why on earth would you want to anchor a ship? Well, there are definitely some downsides to that.
Right, that's Stiegler. Very interesting creator. He's also got a great list of channels to follow. Lots and lots of good creators in that list. Many of whom didn't make this showcase only because I could only fit 6 in, and because some of them have more subs than 1,000, and that was my arbitrary cutoff limit for this show. So, that's that. Aaron Plays is the next one I'd like to show you. He's doing an interesting replay of Austerlitz on Vassal with a friend, and it's been going on for 30 hours so far, and they're about halfway through the day. So it's going slowly, but I think they're having a lot of fun doing it, and you'll see that from this clip.
Welcome to Aaron Plays. This is mine and Mark's continuation of Austerlitz. This will be episode 30, and it's going to be a slight retake of some things we did last session, which we've done incorrectly. But I won't explain any further detail because you guys won't know about it anyway. So,
Hi everyone.
In the previous video, it was Duroc. We've had a comment to say that we've been doing the artillery wrong, and it turns out we have been doing the artillery wrong a little bit. Effectively, what we were doing was counting the French as no modifier at 3 hex range, and then +1 at 4 hex range, and having the Allies at +1 at 3.
Right, so that's Aaron Plays. And again, you know, he's got some rough edges as a YouTuber, but I think that he's coming along and he'll do well. So please support him, give him a listen, and if you enjoy his work, give him a sub. Lastly, we have Half-Assed Gaming, which I think is a tongue-in-cheek description of himself, but I think he's got the germ of a good YouTube channel here. He has good instincts to use his camera well to show the situation on the battlefield. I think that he has good instincts about storytelling and things like that. Obviously, the equipment limitations are making it hard for him, but I think that there's a spark there and you're going to enjoy his work. So give him a chance and let's see how you feel about Half-Assed Gaming. Here he is.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Counterfactual again. N44 Disaster at D-Day, video number 10. Wow, I just can't get this video together, man. I'm definitely not Spielberg over here. I'm all sorts of tomfoolery with the camera. I just can't get it together today. I wanted to show you guys a lot more, but here's the gist of what's going on. German, turn 3, clear weather. You know what that entails. Jobos table, and it ain't pretty. All right, so the Germans got, I'm gonna show you the situation in a minute, but I'm gonna go right to the attacks of what happened, okay? Okay, right over here, see this cadre right here? He used to be a 3-3, okay, and he was being attacked by elements of 21st. Now in this pile, only the top unit is not disrupted. There's 2 units right here, and there was a 3-3 here. So this was one of the 5 attacks the Germans made. This one did not yield a Jobos modifier. I think I rolled 1, 2, or 3.
That was Half-Assed Gaming, and he is doing a Disaster at D-Day playthrough. An interesting counterfactual. If I believe it's the Germans have more troops in the West or something. It's an interesting counterfactual. So anyway, there's our 6 creators. I hope that you enjoyed that. They're all interesting people, and they've all got qualities that I think are really worth supporting. So give them a listen, enjoy them, and give them a subscribe. Tell your friends about them. Just, you know, give them a chance. Even if they're not necessarily up to the standard you want to see in the videos you watch right now, they will be, and you can encourage that. So, and I really encourage you to do so. I don't know any YouTuber who doesn't welcome constructive criticism. So, you know, if you have some constructive criticism, and I emphasize constructive, then by all means give it to them. Alright, people love getting comments and feedback about what's going on their channel, so that they can adjust it to make you happiest, because you're the audience. I hope that's been good for you. I hope you've enjoyed it, and you'll come back again for the next one when I do one, which I will, based on the interest in this one, and I think there will be some interest in this one, so that's good. Anyway, I hope you have a great day, and take care.